So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be joining this call from. It's a pleasure to have you today on our Training Transfer Effectiveness webinar series. And I'm so glad you're here today. We started this series January this year, and how time flies, really. We are already in July. Jeez. And we've been every Thursday, GMT plus one. I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. So I'm doing this webinar all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. GMT plus one. So for those in GMT, that's Ghana, you're 1 hour behind me. So it should be past 6 your time. And then those in Kenya, 2 hours in front, in 2 hours forward, so it should be 9 p.m. your time if I'm not mistaken. So wherever you're joining in from, thank you so much for creating this opportunity to be here. So those from Kenya, really, that's a great sacrifice. 9 p.m. all because you want to learn. And so that's why we ensure that every week we don't miss it. Like today, I could as well say I won't come for this webinar. It's a free webinar. No one is paying for it, right? Because I came back just shortly so I have teenagers that just graduated. So my son just graduated and he's going to the university. So I was at their graduation party and I got in like an hour, 30 minutes ago since 8 a.m. That's 8 a.m. Nigerian time, Lagos. So early morning. So really, I'm tired, really. I'm tired being there since morning till now. So it's over 8 a.m. to 5. That should be like over 9 hours. And I'm here again doing a webinar. Is that not crazy? Am I not crazy? A webinar that I'm not paid for? But that's the sacrifice we make. And so for people that are like 2 hours ahead, like those in Kenya, thank you so much. It's because of people like you, people in Ghana, people in Nigeria, all those that are joining this webinar that have sacrificed their time to come and learn. That's why we are here, and that's why we keep showing up. In sunshine, in rain, in sickness, in pain, we are here showing up for you just to add value, just to ensure we are able to achieve the goal we want to achieve. We are saying between now and 2030, as an organization, we want to work with at least 500 organizations to help them show return on investment and return on expectation for each of their training investment. You heard me right, yes. Every training investment, they should be able to show ROI and ROE. And we have organizations that are already doing it and they are showing it and they are happy and they are saying, thank you so much, thank you so much. So how can other countries in Africa, and I'm biased, I'm an African, so I'm more about Africa. So, but if there are other countries that are not Africans and want to join in, that's not the problem. It's beautiful. We'll also work with you to help you. However, our target focus is African countries. Yes, I am biased. African countries, African organizations. We want to help them build their businesses to become what they should be, because we are great. We are great people, Africans. Am I preaching? Sorry about that if I am, right? I'm very passionate when it comes to Africa. So welcome again. So we are on what we call the Training Transfer Effectiveness Journey. So for those that are joining in today for the first time, I think Samson, we have a lot of first timers. So please give them. So I'm using 2 systems. So if you see me turning back, just know that I am trying to look at the other system. I just want to do the tada. The tada is what we do for welcome. So Samson, my colleagues, already doing it. So I'm doing it for you. For all those joining in for the first time, welcome. So if you're joining in for the first time, we say the TT. So when I say TT, it means Training Transfer Effectiveness. Your TT journey begins today if you're joining in for the first time. And if you've been on the call before, like I think Top S AI is here, AI Note Taker is here, I say the journey continues. So welcome. And today we are doing something different. And it seems as if I knew that we're going to have a lot of new people here. Because what we do is we've been building up since January. What we teach, it's a build up, a follow-up. So a lot of people that joined us, that started with us, know what the MVP model is. They know what the PDP model is. You know, you joining for the first time, unless you've watched the video, you may not know what it means. So however, today we decided to do something different. And I'm so glad we took that decision because we have a lot of new people joining in here. So today what we are doing is we are saying, as HR, as L&D, as trainers, because we have entrepreneurs who are trainers, you were not called to take orders. You were called to create strategic impact. I'll take that again. As HR, as L&D, as trainers, as a training organization, you were not called to take orders. People just sending you, telling you, send me proposal. I want you to train on leadership. I want you to train on accounting. I want you to train on delegation. I want to train on time management. And you just take it. You send proposals. No more. Or your department, finance, the CFO, the COO, the manufacturing department, the IT department, they just say, I want you to send 5 people on training, and you just send. No more. So you were not called to take orders. You were called to create strategic impact. And that's what we're going to be talking about today and what we're going to be looking at today. So let's move ahead. It's going to be fun all through. So let's move ahead. Welcome again. So glad you're here. And let's have introductions. That's what we usually do every week. So this is how you introduce yourself. If you want to unmute your microphone, that's beautiful. I would love to hear your voice. Yeah. If you want to unmute your microphone, you can do that. Just use the emoticon show by raising up your hands and I will call you. If you don't want to, just type into chat. Tell us your name, the country you're joining in from, and your role in your organization. I'll take that again. Your name, the country you're joining in from, your role in your organization. Just that. So let's get introductions running. After that, I'm going to introduce myself. Okay, while I wait for that, let me introduce myself. So this is me. My name is Sandra Ihenacho, aka the Oracle. I'm a training transfer effectiveness advocate. I've been advocating for training transfer effectiveness. However, I'm known as Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness. I'll take that again. I'm known as Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness. So as an advocate, when it comes to training transfer effectiveness in Africa, I am the voice there. I'm the person. I'm the one leading that conversation. No other person. I can categorically say it. Check it out. LinkedIn, wherever. There is nobody in Africa leading this movement. I am the one that started it. I am the one leading it. It's not pride. I'm just saying what it is, right? So please, it's not pride. I'm just saying what it is. So I'm Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness. And that's what I've been advocating for. I see some, before I continue with my introduction, I see some people introducing themselves already. Anthony Cairo is from Kenya and is a customer excellence and HR business partner. Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you for joining in. Catherine is also from Kenya and she's a team lead talent development. Thank you so much for joining, Catherine. Thank you. Others, please keep it coming. I'm the CEO of Brand Consulting Limited. Something, please type into chat our website. So for them, if they would want to go there to check out our website, so type in the link, the address. So I'm the CEO of Brand Consulting Limited. It's a human capital development organization in Lagos, Nigeria here. And we do 2 things. I always say it's just 2 things. L&D and HR consulting, human resource consulting. Under L&D, we do just 3 things. We do training, we do coaching, and we do mentoring. Those are the 3 services we render under L&D. Then HR consulting. We do HR consulting from helping organizations to transform their organizations, putting their HR processes and all that. Those are just the 2 things we do. We do as a business. And as a business, we are high on ROI and ROE. We are very high on return on investment. That's ROI. ROE is return on expectation and return on expectation. So for everything we do, is it training? Is it coaching? Is it mentoring? See our HR services, our human resource services, consulting. We ensure that the organization, we're able to work with the organization for them to be able to get a return on their investment and also to show a return on expectation for what they are doing. So that's what we basically do. I'm an ex-banker. I'm the CEO, just like I said. I'm a mother of 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls, and one of them graduated from high school today and going on to university. Yeah. And I'm also an IFC Global Master Trainer. IFC means International Finance Corporation. It's a sister arm of the World Bank. So I work with them as a Global Master Trainer. I do their FFF, which is a face-to-face certifications for trainers globally. I do that. I'm also a certified assessor with the Learning Performance Institute. So the LPI is in the UK, and a certified assessor means I work with them to certify trainers globally, and I certify them saying they have the right competencies to train. So it's a partnership between IFC and LPI, and I'm doing that with both of them. I'm also a transfer enabler for Africa. I also work with I partner a lot and I collaborate a lot. See, collaboration is the way to go, right? Collaboration is the way to go. Partnership is the way to go. So you see a lot of things. All these things are partnerships and collaborations, right? So I work with the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness. I'm the African partner. Institute for Transfer Effectiveness is in Switzerland. They are in charge of the 12 levers of transfer effectiveness. So I work with them. Everything I talk about is transfer. Applying training, you send people on training, they go back to apply it, because we see organizations spending millions of dollars, naira, whatever currency, and they are unable to show returns. They are unable to transfer it. They don't apply it. They go for training, they come back, and it's the same old story. So this is something I've been doing for the past 14 years, and we had a breakthrough last year. So I'll talk about that later. So that's what I do with the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness. So as a result of that, I'm Nigeria's first certified transfer designer. So I'm a certified transfer designer. I certify people on the 12 levers of transfer effectiveness in Africa. So I'm their Africa partner. I'm also a resource person in the Lagos Business School in here, Lagos, Nigeria. I teach in the human resource department, and OB is organizational behavior. I teach on leadership. I'm high on leadership, so I do a whole lot of leadership training, and I've been with them since 2018. So that should be like 6 years. Yes. Then I'm also a certified transformational coach. I'm a certified team and group coach. I'm a certified chiropractic professional, bronze level. Right now, I'm already in the silver level. I'm doing all this for our clients, brushing myself, becoming better. I said, when you stop learning, you start dying. So I'm still certifying myself. So I'm in class. I started the class early this month and will be done in 3 months' time. And these are things we are bringing back to help clients and help you, and also help the webinars, right? So I'm certifying. I'm also going through learning too. I've been a teacher and trainer for the past 26 years. Yes, both formally and informally. And these are some of the certifications I hope to get certified very soon. So that's a bit about myself. I think I can see people there's some messages. So let's see, who do we have here? So we have Bosco from Kenya and Nigeria. Yes, Bosco, I was chatting with Bosco. Bosco said he's been in Nigeria for 4 years, right? He's the second best therapeutic food production manager in Africa. Interesting. Bosco, that's lovely. Lovely. Welcome. So for those just joining in again, please type into chat your name, where you're joining in from, the country you're joining in from, and your role in your organization. That would be wonderful. I start by saying difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Do you agree with that? Is anybody? Please feel free. You can unmute your microphone and speak, or you can type into chat. And please don't allow this be just me talking. I teach people I know webinar is like a one way, because it's not like a live class, is a webinar one way, and because we have limited time, but I still try to have a bit of interaction, because I teach people about the difference between a webinar and difference between a live class, whereby no matter what, you must interact with the people. So webinar, you must not. However, I try to have a bit of interaction. So please, is there anybody that wants to interact with me throughout this webinar? You just want to listen in all through, like those that were here last week, they just wanted to listen in, because it's like, this is something new. They want to just listen and learn. I need want to listen and learn. However, I would love a bit of interaction. Is there anybody that wants to share? Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Do you agree with that? What do you think? What are your thoughts around it? Is there anybody? Go in. going. Ah, Samson, don't tell me we're having the same people that want to just come and say, Sandra, we just want to learn. Just speak. We are with you. We want to learn.
I'm
Okay, so
ready to do so.
okay, okay, that's fine. So when this, I usually put this up. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. What do that mean? Yes, I didn't say all difficult roads. It's a caveat. I said difficult roads. So some, it could be few, it could be many, depending on what you want to put there. Because I have people joining in from Kenya, and with Kenya time, this is 9:27 p.m. Some of you just came back from work. So you would want the best thing for you to take dinner and rest. However, you decided to join this call because you want a beautiful destination. You want to learn. You want to improve yourself. You want to become better. You want to be able to show ROI and ROE for all your training investment. And that's why you're here. There are other people that in the same country with you. They're having dinner, they're watching Netflix, eating popcorn, licking ice cream, eating dinner, and they're resting. However, you're here. It is a choice. Same thing with me. I have a destination. As a business, we want to work with businesses in Africa. I'm tired. However, I'm here still talking with you people. It's difficult. However, but I'm looking at the end goal. I'm not looking at the now. I'm looking at the end goal. And it would be wonderful for us to see organizations able to show ROI and ROE for their training investments. And that's why I'm here. So that's all we mean by difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. If you still have something you want to share, that's fine. Type into chat. I don't think we have anybody from last week. So this is what we usually do every week. This webinar is about application. I cannot be talking every week for the past 6 months and people are still the same every week. No, it's a no. It's anti-me. It's anti-me. It cannot work with me. So we are speaking, we are advocating for application. So we expect those that come to the webinar to be able to apply, even if it means reading a book, even if it means having a conversation with somebody, even if it means applying something they learn, so a bit of application. However, that's why I say it seems everyone on this call, let me just go through, most of you on this call are new. Yes, so that means you may not have something a tip you applied last week, you're all new. Yeah. Okay, so we'll pass on this. I hope next week you'll be here. And so next week you'll not be new again. Mura, Lillian, Gifty, Furaha, yeah, Catherine, Bosco, and Anthony. I hope next week you'll not be new. I hope you'll be here so you can tell us something you'd learn. So let's move ahead to the objectives of today. What's our session objective? What's our objective for this session? By the end of this webinar, you should be able to do the following. 1, you should be able to recognize the difference between being an order taker and a strategic partner in training. You should be able to recognize the difference between being an order taker and a strategic partner in training. That's what I want you to, one of the things I need you to be able to achieve at the end of this webinar. At the end of this session, you should be able to craft a bold professional message to reposition yourself with internal or external stakeholders. So you should be able to create a bold professional message to reposition yourself with internal or external stakeholders. Professional by professional, what I mean by, because professional means different things to different people. Formal writing, that's what I mean by professional. Formal writing, because you're going to be writing formally to either your internal stakeholders or your external stakeholders. And last but not the least, you should be able to take the first step in shifting your influence as HR L&D from transactional training to strategic impact. I'll take that again. At the end of this webinar, at the end of the session, you should be able to take the first step in shifting your influence. And what's the first step you take? You will tell us, you will share. What's the first step you want to take from shifting your influence from transactional training to what? Strategic impact. These are the objectives of this session. And I hope we'll be able to achieve it at the end of this session. And how are we going to achieve this? We are going to look at the roadmap. How are we going to achieve this? Through Q&A, questions and answers, through interactions, and that's why I say let us interact. The essence of Q&A is to resolve uncertainty, to find out if you're on the same page with me, if you're flowing with what I'm talking about and what I've been talking about. Interaction is for you to reflect and apply. So I ask you, as you ask questions, as I speak, you reflect on what you're learning, you share with me, I share with you, you reflect on it and you apply it. And last but not the least, your next line of action. Commit to forward movement. What will be your next line of action? Those are the way we are going to achieve our webinar today. And so let's move forward. Now, the first thing I want to ask is, have you guys heard about, I just want to refresh our memory. Don't forget what we are doing today. Today is shifting you from order taker to what? A strategic partner. Shifting your mindset, changing the narratives. That's what we're going to be doing today. Now, I want to ask, who has heard the word training transfer effectiveness before? Have you heard what training, or do you know what training transfer effectiveness is? Or before I start, let me start with, what is training effectiveness? Is there anybody? Have you heard of the word training effectiveness? What does it mean? Is there anybody that wants to go? That wants to try? Anybody? Training, okay. 3 things I want to share with you. Training effectiveness. Have you heard of it before? Do you have an idea what does it mean? Training transfer. Have you heard of it before? Do you have an idea what does it mean? Or training transfer effectiveness. Have you heard of it before? What do you know? What does it mean? Anybody? Somebody? I'm checking chat box. Now, there's a difference between training effectiveness, training transfer, and training transfer effectiveness. So what I have been advocating as Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness is what I've been advocating for. Okay, I see something on the chat box. Oh, thank you, Poshia. Poshia says, where the expectations of training are met. Okay, which of them are you talking about, Poshia? Is it the training effectiveness, training transfer, or training transfer effectiveness? However, thank you so much. I met Poshia in Ghana when we went for our breakfast meeting in Ghana. Nice having you here today, Poshia. Okay, thank you. Okay, training effectiveness. Yes. So thank you, Poshia. So when the aim of the objective of the training is met, is what we call training effectiveness. Yeah? When the objective of the training is met through. Anthony says, I would like to find out the differences. Awesome. Okay, great. So let's go ahead. So there's a difference between training effectiveness, training transfer, and training transfer effectiveness. And I have been advocating training effectiveness has always been there. Training transfer has also been there. I'm the one advocating. Training transfer effectiveness has been there, but it's been in, what's that word? It's been in different researches, right? So I'm a voracious reader. I just wish I can. Okay, you may not be able to see because of my back. You may not be able to see all those books I have. So I'm a voracious reader. I buy so many books from Amazon, from people that have done more research than I have done. So I don't like why reinvent the wheel. Now, everybody that has written based on what someone else has written. I hope you know that. Every model that has been developed has been based on something someone has developed before. That's what it is. So why reinvent the wheel when you can as well go back to years of research, read it, like the 12 levers of transfer effectiveness that was developed by Dr. Ina Webuhem. It was based on 100 years of research. She went through years back of people that talked about transfer, and she came up with her own framework, which is called the 12 levers of transfer effectiveness. So same thing with me. I I went through all this research, Anna's work, Professor Robert Brickhoff's work, Alina's work, the Kirkpatrick's their work, so many people's work, Mary Bradford's work, name them. These are people that have written great books, great minds, and about transfer, training transfer. And I just read them, research. I've been on this for the past 14 years. Yes, since 2011. That's 14 years. I've been researching, writing until I just came up with my models. 2 models I use with clients now. So why reinvent the wheel? So you would not see training transfer effectiveness in a book like Training Transfer Effectiveness, but the idea behind it, if you go through different researches, you will see training transfer effectiveness that has been spoken. Professor Robert Brinkhoff spoke about it. He didn't call it TTE. Ina spoke about it. She didn't call it TTE. So I'm the one that brought that word together. After all these years, just bringing it, I brought that word together and said, this is a word that we need to work. This is what it is. All these things these people have written and talked about, researched on years, this is what it is. So training transfer effectiveness, I was the one that put the word together, put those terms together. Yes, so it is my work. I put it together, the name. Training effectiveness. So what is training effectiveness? Training effectiveness just measures engagement, learning and engagement. What Kirkpatrick will call level 1 and level 2. I want to believe that as L&D, as HR, please, I want to believe you know some of this M&E frameworks and models. So when it comes to evaluation, Kirkpatrick is one of the godfathers of evaluation. Yes, they are one of the godfathers of evaluation when it comes to. So we have what we call the Kirkpatrick 4 levels of evaluation. If you don't know about it, please go and read up on it. And if you can, buy the book from Amazon. I have the book. I was certified on it and I'm doing the silver certification now. It's great. They put things together on ROE, return on expectation. Now, so that's what they call level 1 and level 2. Level 1 and level 2. So I'm not talking about Kirkpatrick 2. So just read it, you'll find it. So training effectiveness measures just learning and engagement. That's what it does. I'll give a very clear example. You send people on a time management training. After the training, the trainer does an evaluation. Now, the objective, I'll give you just one objective of the training. One of the objectives was they should be able to define what time management is, different from what they've known before. Going through the exercises, through the role plays, through the post-evaluation after the training, the trainer was able to find out that, wow, they could define time management, what time management was, different from what they knew before they came into class. You've achieved the objective. And post-evaluation, they gave the trainer, now they rate the trainer, how was the engagement of the trainer, how did the trainer train? And you see people giving 5/5, 4/5. That means we're able to achieve our objective. That's what training effectiveness is. It is measuring the learning and engagement. What we came into training for, the objectives we had when we came for the training was met. Another objective may be that we want the organization tells the training organization, we want the participants, at least they should score at least minimum of 80% and above. 80% minimum. Anybody that scores below 80%, the person did not pass. Maybe because they want to use it for promotion or something. For those in the public sector, that's what the things they do. And now, after the training, the trainer is able to get people that everybody in class scored from 80% and above. They clap for the trainer. You clap for yourself. You've achieved it. You've met the objective. That's what training effectiveness is. So the training was effective. The training met its goal. The training was able to do what we wanted the training to do. That's what training effectiveness is. Does that mean that it will be applied in the workplace? No. Is there a guarantee that what they've learned, when they go back to the workplace, to the organization, they will apply it? There's no guarantee because it wasn't planned. So that's training effectiveness. Now, training transfer, what does it do? Training transfer measures application on the job. It's just about, we told them that, let me give another scenario again. You sent your staff on training and you sent them that maybe a leadership training, and one of the objective is, one of the modules was coaching. and you said, when they get back, we want to see these managers using the coaching skills and they're having conversations with their direct reports using the coaching model. So for me, I use the grow model. They use the grow model to coach, nothing else. Now they go back to the organization, and guess what? The managers are using the grow model to coach. They're having one-on-one conversation and they're using the grow model to coach. So can you see that it's moved away from just in class, be it virtual class or physical class? They went into the organization, they went to the business, and they applied it. We've moved a notch. Now, guess what? It ends there in training transfer. In the sense that these managers are using the grow model. You know, when you come back from training, you're hype. Everybody is hype. They want to train. They want to apply what they've learned. Sorry, excuse me, please. So they want to apply what they've learned, right? And they did it for the first week. Pumped up. Second week, pumped up, they did it. Third week, pumped up, they did it. Fourth week, pumped up, they did it. Fifth week, they said to themselves, Omo, I can't do this thing again. I'm tired. I have so much work to do. When do I have time to start having conversation with these people? I have like 10 people that are under me. I have like 15 people reporting to me. I have like 20, 15. No, I can't do this again. And they stop. It is over. Training transfer has ended. It's over. Now, what is training transfer effectiveness? So can you see, I hope you're following me, and to see why I'm advocating for training transfer effectiveness. We move. Training transfer effectiveness measures the sustained performance and business impact. TTE is sustainable. It must be sustainable in order for you to see the business impact. That they did it 1 week, you may not see the business impact. That they did it for 1 month, depending on the level of returns, you may not see the business impact. However, if it is done continuously, consistently, you will see the business impact. Definitely, you will see it. And that's what TTE is. Training transfer effectiveness. It is measuring the sustained performance and business impact. So now if I ask you, where would you want to be? It's a progression. I'm sure you can see the progression from training to impact. Do you want to be on training effectiveness? Do you want to be on just training transfer? Or you want to be here, training transfer effectiveness? Where do you want to be? There's a question for everyone. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be in the club of training effectiveness? Or you want to be in the club of training transfer? Or you want to be in the club of training transfer effectiveness? Where do you want to be? Type into chat. Where do you want to be? Okay, Anthony says TTE. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. So please, if you want to be in training effectiveness, just write TE. If you want to be in training transfer, just write TT. If you want to be in training transfer effectiveness, just write TTE. Yeah? Thank you so much, Anthony. Anthony says he wants to be in TTE. Beautiful. Any other person? Any other person? Is it only Anthony we have in class, or are other people busy? Maybe you joined on the call and maybe you're busy doing other things. It's all well and good. So let's move on. I want to believe that you also want to be in TTE just like Anthony. However, let's move on. So this is the definition of just what I've spoken about. Training effectiveness versus training transfer versus training transfer effectiveness. This is what training effectiveness is. Is the extent. All those things I've said, this is the definition. For those that like definitions, I like explaining things. However, I found that in my 26 years of training, both formal and informal, there's some persons that love definitions. And so we have the definition here. So it's the extent or the degree to which training is successful in producing the desired results. That's just what I said. What did they want to get in the training room? Is that what we wanted? The objectives, was it met? I can give you another example. Let me give you another example. So, an organization ran a customer service training for its front desk staff. At the end of the session, the learners completed the quiz that the trainer gave them, and their score was 90% over 100. They did a role play, and the role play, they had scenarios showing the concept they had learned. They did role play. All the concepts the trainer talked about, they did a role play to show those concepts they'd learned. Now, feedback from the forms that were done showed that the learners enjoyed the session. It was wonderful. They said, wow, they gave a wow, W-O-W, wow. And they said they had learned something new. The training was effective. Knowledge was gained, right? The learning objectives, the objectives of the training were met. So that's what training effectiveness is. But this does not yet confirm if anything will change at work. I said that before. Just confirm if anything will change at work. But have we achieved what the training was for? Yes, we did. We achieved it. That's it. That's what training effectiveness is. Now let's go to training transfer. I've talked about it. For those that love definition, this is the definition of training transfer. It is the extent. So training transfer is the extent to which the trainees effectively apply. You can see apply is on control B. Apply the acquired knowledge and skills from training and demonstrate the desired behavior at the workplace. You can see, when you see control B, just know that I'm trying to emphasize on it. So it's the extent to which the trainees effectively apply the acquired knowledge and skills from training and demonstrate it, the desired behavior at the workplace. That's training transfer. Now let me give another example. Just like I said when I was explaining before, they used it. The explanation I gave before, did it last? After 4 weeks, the senior managers, they didn't have strength to coach again. They said, no, they cannot do this again. They've tried. They used it, but it didn't last. Using this customer service, I also talked about. In the first week post-training, the staff, they used the new greeting method and closing statement. Maybe they say, good morning, welcome to Embrand Consulting Limited. It's glad to have you here. I give an example. I'm not going to call the bank, in Nigeria here. So whenever I go into the bank, the man trap door, before I enter, first of all, the security, they greet me, say, good morning, welcome to so bank. I enter the man trap door. As I enter the man trap door, there is a voice, maybe it's AI, that says, welcome to, let's get a bank. Welcome to AA Limited Bank. And that was why. A month later, when I went back, the man trap door did not greet me. I even had to ask the security man, I said, why is your man trap door not greeting me? Your man trap door usually greets me. He said, madam, this thing is not working. That the man trap door is not working again. So you can imagine, they've sent people on training to install that man trap door and sent people security on training that when you greet, because the next thing is the man trap door will greet and all that. That stopped. The man trap door is tired. The man trap door said, no, I cannot do this again. I did that many people I keep greeting every time. I'm tired. I don't want to do it again. So that's just an example, that because it happened real to me in the bank, right? So staff used the new greeting and closing statement. Two members started documenting complaints more accurately. By week 3, they reverted to old habits. No feedback from supervisor, no job aids, no follow-up, nothing, no conversation. Customers then noticed that there was no real difference in service consistency. So application applied, worked, right? But briefly, it was not sustained. That's training transfer. It was not sustained. So you must create a way that it has to be sustained. And that's what we call the icing on the cake. Training transfer effectiveness. That's the icing on the cake. So TTE, what is TTE? It is the extent to which knowledge and skills gained from training are consistently applied on the job. Note that. Consistently applied on the job in a way that leads to measurable performance, improvements, and business impact. In a way that leads to what? Measurable performance. You must measure. Improvement. you must measure that you can even see improvement. Business impact, when there's improvement, definitely there will be a business impact. It doesn't end there. We are talking about sustainability. It doesn't end there. With intentional structures in place to sustain the application over time, so that we don't stop at TT. TTE goes ahead after TT. There must be structures, intentional structures in place to sustain the application over time. If not, they will get tired. After they've done, they felt we've tried, they will stop. After they've gotten the returns, the first returns, they will stop. But why do you stop after you've gotten first returns? Do you know that you can continue to get returns from that one training? You can get more and more returns over and over again. Because why? It is being applied. It becomes a culture in the organization. People come in and see this is what is happening, and they buy it, and they keep doing it, and you keep getting returns over and over and over again. You cannot stop at getting just one return from a training and you lie low, it's okay. No. So that is what TTE, and that is what I am advocating for, and that is what we are advocating for. Sustained application, and there must be structures in place. So because of time, I will not give any example. I've already given an example. I'm looking at the time. I just have 36 minutes more, and I'm just on slide 10. So I hope that explains that. Anthony, I get that's very clear. The difference between TE, training effectiveness, and training transfer, TT, and the difference between TTE, training transfer effectiveness. Let me pause here and see. Are there questions? Are there clarifications? Do you have questions? Do you have clarifications? Do you have observations? Is there anybody that has questions, that needs clarification, that has observation? I'll pause for like 10 seconds to see is there anybody that has any question? You are clear of the difference between training effectiveness? Okay, thank you, Anthony. Anthony says yes. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Anthony, it seems you're the only person in this class, in this webinar. I don't know. However, it's fine. We'll continue. It's great. It's okay. Emmanuel, welcome. I see you join. Emmanuel is our TTE champion in Ghana. Emmanuel, welcome. I see that you've joined us.
Thank you.
We've missed you.
Thank you, Coach. The time escaped me. Forgive me.
No, it's fine. We missed you. Yeah. Okay. So we are good. So we'll move ahead. We are good with the difference between training effectiveness, training transfer, and training transfer effectiveness. So let's move ahead. And this is just a pictorial for those that love pictures. It's just a pictorial that tells you about TTE. You can see sustainable improvement. You learn, you apply consistently, performance increases, business impact. We impact. Bottom line, stakeholders, what are they talking about? Executive management, numbers. They want the ROI. A lot of them want the ROI. Some don't even know about the ROE. Even though they want it, but they don't know. So we are talking about give them ROI and give them ROE. Don't just give them ROI. You can give them ROI and they will not have ROE. So let's give them both ROI and ROE, the numbers. So they learn, they apply consistently, their performance improves, the business improves. There's an impact in the business. Sustainable improvement. That's what TT is all about. Okay. What does this say to you? Courage. So today is not about frameworks or models. It is about a mindset shift from order taker to strategic partner. That's what today is. A mindset shift. HR, L&D, trainers, stop taking orders. Do not be an order taker again. Please be a strategic partner. What do I mean by order taker? If you type into ChatGPT or you type into Google, you see what it means. Order taker is somebody, I don't know if they will give the same definition I'm given. It's somebody that your L&D. Let me start with the internal people before I go to the external, because I have, like Emmanuel is a trainer. He runs a training organization. So let me talk about those working in an organization. Finance comes to you and says, maybe the manager in finance, one of the supervisors says, I want you to train my staff on Excel. Immediately you start shopping for a training company that will train them on Excel. Finish. No conversation, nothing. You just start shopping for a trainer that will train them on Excel. Those in marketing, sales and marketing, the manager or the senior manager in sales and marketing, maybe the person is even higher than you in position. As a senior manager, maybe you're just a manager and he or she's a senior manager, tells you, I need you to train 20 of my sales and marketing people in the northern region. You don't have any conversation. You start shopping for trainers that will train them on the sales and marketing team. And you ask, what training do you want them to go to? I want you to train them on negotiation skills. Immediately you start looking for, you call vendors to submit proposal on negotiation skills. Finish. That's what you do. No more. It ends as you're hearing my voice. It might not be today because some people might not be hearing my voice today. Whenever you hear my voice as you're watching this video, it ends. No more. Read my lips. No more. I will not allow you to be an order taker again. Yes, I'm going to stop you from being an order taker. You need to be a strategic partner. And I'm going to tell you what strategic partnership means. It is a call to be courageous. That is why I brought this pictorials. It is a call to courage. It's a call to be courageous. It's a call to be able to say no. HR and L&D, you don't know how to say no. No. You keep saying yes. Order. They give you order. You keep taking it. No more. You want to see ROI and ROE? You cannot see ROI and ROE as being an order taker. You cannot be an order taker and see ROI and ROE for your training initiatives. No, it doesn't work that way. So you cannot drive ROI and ROE if you're sitting quietly, waiting for instructions, waiting for them to give you orders, to ask you to send this person on training, send this on training, send that person on training. That's just what you're doing, HR and L&D. No, you cannot. You want to be a strategic partner? This is what you need to do. You must challenge assumptions. You must ask the right questions. You must lead with purpose. That is what it means to be a strategic partner. The CFO comes to you and says, I need you to train my managers on balance sheet. Let's call it balance sheet. And instead of going to shop and looking for trainers that will train them on balance sheet, you have a conversation. You ask, sir, of course, maybe he's higher than you in role. Sir, I would like to thank you so much for that. I would like to know, why do you want them to go on a training on balance sheet? And you listen. What do you want to achieve? And you listen. What would they be able to do differently when they come back? And you listen. What behaviors are they exhibiting now when it comes to the balance sheet? Have they gone on this training before? Because balance sheet, this is teaching them to do something, right? It's a skill they need to learn to be able to do the asset and liability and all that. Have they gone on this training before? You listen. Yes, no. If they've gone on it before, why are they going on it again? So you have a conversation. And before even that, you should even have an idea of what their goals are as a department. What are their objectives? As a finance department for 2025, what is their aim? What do they want to achieve? Have an idea. I'm not saying in depth, because like someone on the mastermind course I'm running is an 18 weeks. I'll talk about that later. The woman says they have like 40 departments. I'm not telling you to go and learn 40 strategic objectives of 40 departments. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying have an idea, but it starts with the bigger objectives. Where is your business driving at for 2025 or 2026, 2026, 2027? What is your strategic objective? That will guide your conversations. That would help you. And even when the person comes to you, you can also find out Can you share with me what your objectives are for this year? I want to partner with you. I want to help you to achieve it. It's different. You're changing the narrative. The game is changing. You're changing the story. Do not just take everything they send to you. Now, that is for internal, for employees. Now, for trainers like Emmanuel that has been here, and a company is reaching out to you. The same thing. You just heard me what I said. Emmanuel, the same thing. Just flip it. These ones, they are talking to their maybe finance director, CFOs, managers in different departments. Now, flip it. These are organizations that have come to you. Instead of just writing proposal, have a conversation with them. Like, I've shared this experience before. It happened to us. Yes. A client reached out to us January this year and gave us five performance problems that the organization had, and the CEO asked us to send a proposal, because we're highly recommended. So send a proposal so that we can run a training for the staff on those 5 areas. I told her, no, we don't do that. We're going to sit down and have a conversation. And I thought we're going to first of all do a diagnostic survey. We're going to take out a 4-step process diagnosis. That is our first model we use. It's called the needs validation process model. Please watch go and watch our YouTube videos. Just type MVP so you can watch it. I will talk about it now because I'll soon be running out of time. We had that conversation with her. First of all, because sometimes the problem may not be a training intervention. Training might not be the solution. It might be something else. We had that conversation with her. And when we had that conversation with her, guess what? It wasn't it. It was a dual, an integrated intervention. We had a bit out of the 5, 2 were training, 3 were non-training. So you can imagine if we didn't have that conversation and went ahead, we became order takers. We took the order and went to submit proposal and we trained them. The problem will still remain. So please have that conversation. Change that narrative. Become strategic partners. Let's move ahead. Order taker versus strategic partner. This is what I want you to be. The HR people here listening to me, hearing my voice. The L&D listening to me, hearing my voice. The trainers listening to me, hearing my voice. I need you to become strategic partners of businesses. No more order takers. This is what an order taker does. Let's look at the differences. Order taker, strategic partner. Order taker waits to be told what training to do in the organization. Yeah. You're an HR, L&D in your organization. You're waiting for them to submit after their appraisal. You're waiting for them from the appraisal to submit the training they want to send their staff on. That's what you're waiting for. What training do you want to send your staff on? You're doing needs analysis, TNA. Before TNA, there should be MVP before TNA. Before you have a training needs analysis, there should be MVP. Training needs analysis is different from needs validation process. So instead of waiting to be told what training to do, the conversation should be, is training even the right solution? What if it's not training that is the right solution? Like the conversation we had with this organization in January this year. We did it. We like using application, facts, people we've worked with. It happened. Stop waiting to be told what training to do. Please, let that narrative change. What you should be doing, ask, is training really the right solution? From there, you now continue the conversation. Why do you want this? What would you achieve? Those are the conversations we want you to do. So the next thing, the order taker avoids conflict. No, that's CFO. I don't want his problem. In Nigeria, we say, I don't want his wahala. Wahala is problem. I don't want his problem. Whatever he wants, just give it to him. Let's just give it to him, or let's just give it to her. Whatever they want, just give it to them. That department, IT, sales and marketing, they feel they are the ones bringing in the money. They make us look as if we are a cost center. We are not doing anything. HR is not doing anything. Is sales and marketing. They are hitting their target. They gave them a target of 1 billion. They brought in 2 billion. They gave them a target of 5 billion. They brought in 7 billion. They are the stars. HR and L&D, we are nothing. You would have to, conflict is not a crime. It's not bad to have conflict. No. Without conflict, even in marriage, in homes, there's always conflict. It's natural. Because from conflict, you bring solutions. If you don't have conflict, how would it? If you say you don't want to have conflict, you've not started. There must be conflict. Let's have that conflict. Yeah? Let's have the conflict. So are you ready? So my strategic partner is really courageously speaks the truth. You're ready to tell them the truth. Sir, please, why are you asking for this training? Why do you want us to send them on this training? Sir, please, what do you want to achieve? And he said, don't tell me anything. HR, just do what I want. There's somebody that is on the same level with him or her. Your boss, your director should speak to director. So you should be able to, and that's what we call stakeholder engagement. You should be able to have made your director to understand this thing, because some of the directors, they don't even know what we are talking about. So if the directors have a buy-in, they can articulate this thing. Now let them, two elephants, when the elephants are fighting, they say it's the ground that suffer. Let them do it, because the CFO must say, keep quiet. Go and do what I told you to do, Sandra. When did you start asking me questions? You that just started. How many years are you in this company? Who gave you the audacity to ask me such questions? Immediately you want to cower in. No, you don't cower in. That's why you need to be prepared. Don't avoid conflict. Courageously speak the truth. Document it. Because one day, in Nigeria, we used to say, one day, monkey go market, go come back. I don't know how to translate that for those that are not Nigerians. Please, after you type it in ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to tell you what it means. I'll say it again. One day, monkey go market, go come back. I don't know how to interpret it. Please type it in ChatGPT. Another taker sends proposal and request. The trainers in my midst and the trainers I'll be hearing us. Just like how the woman wanted us in January. She just wanted us to send the proposal. I said, nah. Gone are those days. We don't do that again. The young shall grow. We've grown. We don't send proposals like that again. We have a conversation. And so we had a conversation. So stop sending proposals on requests. Stop that. Rather, what do? Co-create solutions that align with the business goals of the business, and they would definitely thank you. They would definitely thank you. So the organizations that are here that you're asking clients to send proposal, please stop that too. You're asking clients like Emmanuel, Adetwin, and like me, our company. Well, if you ask me, I will not even send to you. We will have a conversation first. Stop cursing, stop doing that. So that those people so that they can even know that you're doing something different. Don't ask them to send in proposal. Let them work with you. Co-create solutions that align with your business goals. Wow, how time flies. Another taker count attendance. Those that came for the training. Happy sheets. You know what they call happy sheets? 5/5, 4/5. The training was wonderful. Wow experience. The food was good. The trainer was motivational. He took us to the next level. He took me from my country, from Lagos, Nigeria, to Kenya. I even went to Costa Rica. I went to Banana Island. I went to where there's Seychelles, because that's the place I want to go for my next vacation. Seychelles. No. Stop counting attendance. Measure impact. What was the impact of the training? That's what a strategic partner does. Another taker is counting attendance. Using how many people attended. What was their score? That's level 1 and level 2. Move away from level 1 and level 2. Move to level 3 and level 4. If you do level 3, you will definitely get level 4. Level 3 is behaviors. What behaviors is there a behavioral change? Did the behaviors change when they went for training? Now they are back. Have that behavior changed? Is there something different? Because from behavioral change, you will definitely get business impact, which is level 4, results, business impact. Stop counting attendance. Measure impact. If you want transfer effectiveness, training transfer effectiveness, sorry, I forgot to add the training there. So if you want training transfer effectiveness, you must start by rewriting your identity in your organization. Are you ready? How many people are ready? Please show it raising up your hands. Are you ready to rewrite? Don't forget that our today's topic is we are changing the narratives. Today's webinar. Who is ready to rewrite the identity in the organization? Emmanuel says, I'm more than ready. Thank you, Emmanuel. Is it only Emmanuel? Who are those that are ready? Are you ready to change, to rewrite the narrative in your identity in your organization? You've been seen as an order taker. You want to rewrite it to be a strategic partner. I'm here to help you improve. Anthony says, same here. Thank you so much, Anthony Cairo. Thank you. It seems it's only Emmanuel and Anthony that are ready. Okay, other people, you're just listening yet. You're not ready. You're not yet ready. Not a problem. In Nigeria, we say Bawala. That's Hausa language in Northerners. It means no problem. Okay, let's move ahead. Oh, Lillian says, very ready. Thank you, Lillian. Lillian Bunge. Thank you, Lillian. I'm happy to see that. Yeah, please let me be seeing those who are ready. Samson, let's know those who we are going to help. Please note their names. Emmanuel is ready. Anthony is ready. Lillian is ready. Others that are not ready, that means we cannot help them. It's those that are ready that we can help. We cannot help you if you're not ready. Okay. So we're going to rewrite the narrative now. We're going to do an exercise now. But before we do the exercise, I need you to move away from your comfort zone. Yeah? So opportunity zone. Move. I want to do something. I'm a coach too, and I use a lot of metaphors. And when I'm coaching, I ask my clients I use metaphors. I create metaphors for them. Please, if you don't mind, humor me. Wherever you are, I want to take it that you're in your comfort zone as HR and as L&D. I want you to stand up and move. I need you to move to your opportunity zone. See yourself moving from an order taker to strategic partner. I need you to do it. Yes, please. Don't just humor me, right? I'm going to move with you. Though I'm already in the strategic partner, but I want to move with you so you can see. I'm not an order taker. I'm a strategic partner, but I'm going to move with you. So I'm sitting down, but let me stand so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm standing, I'm sitting down. So I'm going to move forward. I've moved. So move away from your comfort zone, move to your opportunity zone. I've moved. So please, wherever you are, take that move. Yeah? Take that move. Move away from your comfort zone. I'm back to my seat. Move away from your comfort zone. Move to your opportunity zone. That's where I want you to be. Move to your opportunity zone. From order taker to what? To opportunity zone, to strategic partner. I need you to think about this. Ask yourself, who have I been serving as an order taker? I want you to reflect on this because I'm going to ask you, those who are willing to share, I'll tell you to unmute your microphone or type into chat and share. Who have I been serving as an order taker? Which department, which business? For those who are entrepreneurs like myself and Emmanuel, I want to believe. Lillian, is that Lillian for Rwanda? Lillian, my sister from Rwanda, my Kenya sister in Rwanda. Is that you, Lillian? Please, if you are the person, let me know, please. If you are, say, let me know. Or maybe you're another Lillian. Okay, Lillian from Kenya. Okay, you're not the Lillian, my sister. Okay, I have a sister, Lillian, and I'm working with her on our Rwanda breakfast meeting we are doing next month. Okay, that means you're a different Lillian. Okay, thank you, Lillian. I want you to think, reflect. Who have I been serving as an order taker? If you're an HR and L&D in an organization, think about it. The departments, the units that you've been serving as an order taker. Reflect on them, think about them. Okay, as you're thinking about them, think about this too. When last did you say no to a training request that wasn't needed? Have you ever said no before? Have you ever said no to a training request that wasn't even needed? Have you ever said no? As you're thinking about that, what is one conversation you've been afraid to have with a stakeholder? So you're saying to yourself, what is one conversation I have been afraid to have with a stakeholder? Maybe a stakeholder that sounds like a bully. Yes, I agree with you. There are some senior managers, executive management, they are bullies in the organization. Yeah, I know that. Of course, I worked in an organization before I started my own. Yeah. So, what is one conversation you are afraid to have with a stakeholder? Think about it. I want you to have that in you. It is time for you to take that bold step. HR, L&D, trainer, it is time for you to take that bold step. You're not just an L&D person. You're not just an HR person. You're not just a training organization. You're not just an order taker. You are a strategic partner. Yes, I'm saying that to you. That is what you are. So right now, we're going to do something. This is live activation challenge for those that are working in the organization. You're going to rewrite the narrative. You're going to write a short message to one stakeholder in your organization. The goal is to reposition yourself from an order taker to a strategic partner. So I want you to write a short, respectful message to one leader in your organization. Is it the salesperson? Is it the finance? Is it the operations? Anyone. You've attended a training, a webinar today by the Oracle, the Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness. And in short, your head has shifted, your mind, you have a mindset shift. And that email you're writing is to say, I am no more going to be an order taker. I want to be a strategic partner. So this is what I want you to. I'm giving you an example. Hi, Lillian. I've been reflecting on how we approach training in our organization. Going forward, I would love to partner with you more strategically to ensure we are solving the right business problems, not just responding to training requests. Let us co-create initiatives that truly drive performance and business partner and business impact. The email is for you to change that narrative. Don't forget what this webinar is all about. So I want you to start, because the first thing is you have to start that stakeholder engagement. Let them know what you want to start doing. That I'm no more an order taker. I'm not a strategic partner. This is what I'm going to be. So this is just an example. It could be more than this. So are you willing to write this? You might not write it now. I wanted to tell you to write yours now, but I'm looking at the time. I have just 10 minutes. So are you going to promise me you're going to write this? So I want you to write yours. You can send it. Something, please put our email on the chat and also put our WhatsApp number. You can send it to the email, and send a WhatsApp chat to us. I will look at it. I'll take our time to do that. And we'll talk and just guide you to do that. I'm very busy. We are very, very busy. Our hands are full, but we can do that. We will do this for you. And we'll give you a feedback. So if there was time, I needed you to write it here and we'll look at it. But there's no time again. I have just 10 minutes more. And I don't like extending more than the time we agreed. We said 1 hour, 30 minutes. That's what I like sticking to. So this is for internal clients, meaning the HR, the L&Ds that are working in an organization, employees. So let me do for those that are for external clients. So people like Emmanuel that are writing to their external clients. So this is what you can do. So write a short, respectful message to one of your clients, the kind that usually sends you a training request. The goal is to reposition yourself as a strategic partner who drives measurable impact, not just delivers session. So you can say, Dear Emmanuel Adetwin, thank you again for the opportunity to support your team's development. I'm so sorry, I have double D there instead of one D. Forgive me, typographical error. I would love us to deepen the way we approach training by aligning more closely with your business goals and setting up structures that ensure participants apply what they learn. My goal is not just to deliver sessions going forward. I added that now, but to help you see visible ROI. Make sure you write out the full meaning of ROI. Some don't know what it means. Return on investment and return on expectation from all your training investments. You can write your version, right? So this is an example. So for those who serve external clients. So you're not just a training provider, you're a result partner. So let's shift how you show up in your client's mind. Let them not see you as a training provider. Let them see you as a result partner. Let them see you as a strategic partner, not a training provider. I'm not a training provider. Our business, we're not training providers. We are results partners. We partner with organizations to help them to get their result. That's what we do. Okay. So do this, and Samson has jumped. My colleague Samson, he has dropped his our email address and our WhatsApp, so you can chat to us on WhatsApp. So this is your assignment. Before you send that message, you can send it to us. Send that message you wrote today. If you had written it in class, I wanted you to send it today because you didn't write it in class. So let's look at it. Send it, and next week come back and tell us what happened, please. So that's your assignment. You're going to write it. You're going to take throughout this week and next week to write it. And next week, Thursday, you will come back and tell us what happened. How did it go? How did it go? Okay, I'm wrapping up. I have just 7 minutes more. Please don't go. I find out that when we finish, people want to go. Please don't go. Listen to this announcement. At least let me tell you the things we have on board. This webinar is free. Nobody is paying us. You're not paying. We come here 1 hour, 30 minutes. We are giving value from January to July. At least it would be nice to listen to what we want to tell you, what we want to share with you. Our conference coming up and this mastermind we are doing. So please don't go. Thank you. So this is the mastermind program we've been running. We started this in I think 3 weeks ago. So we are going to be doing lesson week 3 on next week Tuesday. We have it every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. GMT +1. That's Lagos Nigerian time. It's an 18 weeks transformational program. So we had directors of HR, directors of L&D reach out to me, and because of that, I created this program for them. Every week, we are helping them. They have a capstone project which they are going to use to show return on investment and return on expectation. They are just taking a unit in the organization, a department, and we are working with that unit and department. And everything they are learning every week, they are going to put it. Everything they learn every week, they do it. They come back the following week. So everything. So there's no how they will not see ROI and ROI. And they're not working with the whole organization. I tell them, no, don't bite more than you can chew. Just take a section, a unit, a department. And so if you're interested in cohort 1, we have till next week. If not, join us for cohort 2. But just to let you know, the price changes with cohort 2. Cohort 2 starts in October. Samson, write the time, the dates. Let me see so I can announce it for those that will not be saying. I can't remember when in October. So cohort 2 starts in October. So if you're interested, send us an email. Let's book you. And we also have a prepayment plan for those that cannot pay immediately. It's the cost is $8,500. Samson, can I have the when in October we are having the cohort 2? $8,500 you're going to pay is for 18 weeks. So if you want, we have a payment plan. Okay, yes, thank you, Samson. Let me see. Monday, October 6th. Thank you. Monday, October 6th. So we have a payment plan, a two type of payment plan. So at least you can start paying. So before October 6th, you'd have finished paying. So it's $8,500 for the cohort 2. If you're interested, send us an email at info@mbrandconsultinggroup.com with the subject mastermind, and we will give you the payment plan, and you start paying every month gradually till October and join. Don't miss this. Those who are in class, we're going to be sharing on LinkedIn very soon. The feedback we've been getting from the executives in the class has been awesome. They're like mind-blowing. They said, thank you so much. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Brand Consulting. Do not miss this. And the last announcement I want to give to you is our conference. It's called the International Training Transfer Effectiveness Conference. It's holding November 13 and 14 in Lagos, Nigeria. It's a hybrid conference. So if you cannot come from Kenya, if you cannot come from Ghana, if you cannot come from Tanzania, whichever country, you can just join online. You will get the same experience. The same experience. You must not come. The same experience. I promise you, it is the same experience. So go online, go to www.mbrandconsultinggroup.com. Click on ITTE conference and go and register. Go and register. Don't miss this conference. It's the first ever conference. It's never been done in the world. Yes, nowhere in the world have you ever had a conference on training transfer effectiveness. We are starting it. And we are proud to say we are starting it, right? So these are our speakers. We have, okay, I got the wrong one. We have over 12 speakers that have confirmed. What I have here is 10. So I put the wrong ones. Pardon me. We have over 12 speakers that have confirmed. These are Melanie is coming all the way from Switzerland. She's the CEO of Institute for Transfer Effectiveness. Tom is coming all the way from America. Anna is coming all the way from Germany. And we all have the other Nigerians that also be here with me. Don't miss this conference. And guess what you get out of this conference? All those certifications you saw me write. Yes, I paid, even the one I'm doing now is worth, the silver is worth over $2,000 something. Go online, just check them online, check how much it is. But for those that will be attending this conference, you're getting discount over 50, like up to 50%, 40 to 50% discount. Yes. And for those that will, even though you're joining virtually, you can also get opportunity to have this for you, this discount on all the certification. The Certified Transfer Designer by the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness, Kirkpatrick Bronze Certification Program by Kirkpatrick Partners, Accelerated Learning Certification Workshop by the Center for Accelerated Learning, which is TOM, the IFC LPI TPM Trainer Certification by the International Finance Corporation, and the Learning Performance Institute. So these 4 certifications at a very discounted price. And we have a combo in case you want to do all 4. There's a combo. Lastly, please ensure you get ready to tell us what you do next week. One practical tip you do next week. We look forward to hearing from you what one practical thing you do next week. Lastly, old ways won't open new doors. No, they won't open new doors. And this is a quote by me. Strategic partners don't wait to be called. They create the call. Go and create the call this week. We look forward to hearing what you do next week. And on this note, are there questions at this point in time? Are there questions? Okay. If there are no questions, I just want to say, what will be your next line of action? Think about it. Reflect on it. And on this note, I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and for tuning in, and for joining in. I remain Coach Sandra Ihenacho, aka the Oracle. I'm known as the Oracle, the Training Transfer Effectiveness Advocate, Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness. And that's my LinkedIn, my Instagram, X. I don't really do X, but I have it. And that's my email address. I see someone on chat saying something, so let me stop sharing. And I think Lillian said, what did Lillian say? Powerful session. Thank you so much, Lillian. Powerful session, Coach. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you. And so we've come to the end. It's 8:30 already for my time. Ghana time is 7:30. Kenya time is 10:30. Rwanda time is 9:30. You're great. We are grateful, Coach, by Emmanuel. Thank you, Emmanuel. So thank you, everyone. I look forward to seeing you same time next week, Thursday. Please invite somebody, tell somebody, and ensure you do something. Change the narrative. You're no more an order taker. You are a strategic partner. So go ahead and be a strategic partner and have a good night rest. So see you next week, Thursday again. Thank you, everyone.